Welcome to 5 Minutes, your fast track to smarter insurance technology and stronger leadership. Today, we're joined by Aaron Levie, and he's the co-founder and CEO of Box. In this episode, Aaron breaks down how AI is reshaping the enterprise, from unlocking value of unstructured data to why most organizations are stuck in pilot mode, to what it really takes to redesign workflows and lead in an AI-driven world. Let's get into it. Talk to me, Aaron, about a misconception, a scary misconception around AI that you feel like you need to clarify for people. There's the group of folks out there that are really worried, whether it's electricity, data center, water, or what is it, Skynet?
Yeah.
What are some of the misconceptions out there that folks have to think about?
Well, I'll take a little bit of a different angle on that word, because what I would say is maybe I'd frame it as the other take versus the misconception.
Got it.
Because it could be proven that I'm totally wrong.
That's fair.
So I wouldn't want to bet everything on it being a misconception. But I think jobs is a big one. I think people. I think there's a slight overestimation on how autonomous these systems can truly be, and thus how much you need a person to kind of guide them in the right direction and nudge them and make sure they're doing the right thing. As long as that is required, you still need a human in the loop for your workflow, and as long as you need a human in the work for the workflow, then you end up actually needing human in the loop for the workflow. You end up needing actually lots of people.
Right.
So that's sort of number one, is the sort of scenario where these things are just like fully autonomous systems on their own, operating through the economy. We are many years away from.
Okay.
And in many cases, we don't even necessarily know how to pull that off architecturally. Okay, so that's the first one, is like any timeline where people say it's going to wipe out all these jobs, generally those timelines are completely crazy and totally off. That's the first one. On the water, power, all of those kind of things, I think that's all that could all be real, in the sense of we do need more power to generate to be powering these models. And there's no free lunch on that. The energy's got to come from somewhere. So I do think that it needs to be the responsibility of the data center, builders and the hyperscalers to find a way to have sustainable energy. I think the idea of coming into a city and raising, the price of water and air conditioning, that's just not going to work. So obviously, that's going to have to get solved by people being, better stewards. And better participants in their communities. I think the security risks are very real, actually. So that's one where I would actually agree with some of the views that we need to protect these systems. An agent, you can actually go and compromise an agent to have it do something that it wasn't sort of supposed to do pretty easily in many cases. So it means we need to have the right level of guardrails and security and protection for what these agents are able to do. But I don't lose so much sleep because it's not Terminator level. It's going to be more like cyber attack type challenges. So it's a new vector of cybersecurity issues inside of organizations.
I downloaded and was playing with OpenClaw for a little bit, and holy cow! When I just started realizing what I was opening up,
you give that thing access to your email, and it'll do a lot. And these systems, you got to think about it like the agent/model is trained on basically the reward function is to make sure that you are doing the tasks successfully. So if it has a goal, it's going to do everything it can to complete that goal. Now it might totally mess up for a variety of reasons, but if you tell it like give me access to that email, it's going to try and get you that email. So if you're an outside malicious actor and I get access to your OpenClaw, it will happily exfiltrate that data to me because it is trying to succeed at the task that I'm giving it. So we're going to need all new layers of security that get built out to protect against those kinds of risks.
As I was reviewing that, just a little bit of a tangent, I was educated as to the difference around the security, behavioral security around people versus system access, and all of our patterns in security are based around humans,
100%.
Not around AI. And so the whole retraining has to go on.
Well, and a human, you get a little bit alarmed if it's like clicking on many things at once. You're like, oh, this is this person seems to be trying to exfiltrate data, or they're moving a little bit too quickly. Maybe they have some kind of like script running. An agent, it's like it very much intentionally is running at hyperspeed. And so we have an agent that we built that will go and we give it access to a set of confined tools within your Box account, things like searching for files or reading files. There are tasks that I can give it where in a matter of 30 seconds, it could read hundreds of files. Think about our alert systems. Normally our alert system should go haywire if somebody's reading hundreds of files.
Right.
Now that's expected behavior.
Right.
So we will have to figure out what that means in a world of agents.
Thank you for joining this episode of 5 Minutes. If you've enjoyed our discussion, we'd love for you to share it with anyone else you think might find it interesting. Also, please subscribe on whatever podcast platform you're listening on and hit that bell to stay on top of the game with our practical 5-minute episodes. We look forward to seeing you again next week.